Hello everyone, welcome to Math World. This video is to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, which is the Extended Mathematics for October-November 2022, and the code is 0580/42. So let's get started. Question number 1A, first part. At a football club, season tickets are sold for seated areas and for standing areas. The cost of season tickets are in ratio seated to standing is 5:3. Okay, so seated ratio standing is 5:3. Okay, now the cost of a season ticket for the standing area is $45. So here is $45. And now find the cost of a season ticket for the seated area. Okay, so I need to find out what is this. Okay, so that means now here we know that 45 divided by 3 is 15, or I would say that you times 15 to get 45, which means this 5 needs to be multiplied by 15. So 5 times 15, we know that the question mark here, okay, the cost, probably here I just write cost. So the cost equals to 5 times 15. That is going to be 75. So that is $75. Okay, so you may use this, or another method is you can just use a ratio method, which is 5:3. Then it will be cost ratio $45. Okay, then from here, the cost equals to this $45, you move to the other side. That means you change to times. That is going to be 5/3 times $45. Then you will be getting the same answer. So this is the solution for first part. Now part 2. In 2021, the value of the team's players was 2.65 million. Now in 2022, this value has decreased by 12%. Find the value in 2022. So since it has decreased, okay, so it becomes 100% minus 12%. So since it's in percentage, I will have to divide by 100. Then this will be the percentage, and you multiply to 2.65 millions. Okay, then this is going to be 2.332 million. Now part 3. The number of people at a football match is 1,455. This is 6.25% of the total number of people allowed in the stadium. That means this is only 6.25%. Now find the total number of people allowed in the stadium. So here I will write 6.25% corresponds to 1,455 people. Okay, so when total number of people, that means that is 100%. So 100%, it will be how many people? Let's say it's x. So to get the x, use cross multiplication. So just multiply, okay, cross multiply. Then here you will be getting 6.25% x equals to 1,455 times 100%. Then now the x, you just move down the 6.25. So it will be 1,455 times 100% divided by 6.25%. So the percentage will be cancelled off. Okay, then you calculate all these values. That is going to be 23280. So that is the total people in the stadium. Now part 4. The average attendance increased exponentially by 4% each year for the 3 years from 2016 to 2019. In 2019, the average attendance was 1631. Find the average attendance for 2016. So this is for 2019. So since it is increased exponentially, that means I will just write A, okay, equals to P of 1 plus R over 100 to the power of n. So here plus is because of increase. Right. Now this A is basically the value in 2019. Okay, the P is a principal value, that means that there is a average attendance in 2016. So now here I will write 1631 equals to P. P is the 2016 average attendance, 1 plus 4%. So 4 over 100. Then 3 years. That means the n is 3. Okay, then from here, I will be getting P times 1 plus 4 over 100 is basically 1.04. Then the power of 3. So 1631. And now to get the P, the 1.04 to the power of 3 move down. 1631 over 1.04 cube. That means you will be getting 1449.95. Then I will say, when I round up to 3 significant figures, that is going to be 1450. So this is the attendance, the average attendance in 2016. Okay, B. Another club sells season tickets for individuals and for families. In 2018, the number of season tickets sold is in ratio family to individual is 2 to 7. Okay, family to individual is 2 to 7. Now, first part, the number of family season tickets sold is X, right? Family tickets is X. Write down an expression in terms of X for the number of individual season tickets sold. So I let it be Y. Okay, so now from here I can just use the ratio method, which is 2 over 7 equals to X over Y. Therefore my Y, I will just move up the Y here, and then this whole term move to the other side. Okay, so 2 over 7 move to the other side. That means it becomes 7 over 2x. So this is the number of individual season tickets sold. Use the ratio method to solve this. Now part 2. In 2019, the number of family season tickets sold increases by 12. This is for family. And the number of individual season tickets sold decreases by 26. So now complete the table by writing expressions in terms of X for the number of tickets sold each year. Okay, so initially, look at here, in 2018, alright, so this is the number of tickets. This is the number of individual season tickets sold in 2019. So which means in 2019, the family tickets is X. Now the number of individual tickets will be 7 over 2x in the previous part. And then now in 2019, the family tickets sold increases by 12. That means now instead of X, it becomes X plus 12. And the number of individual tickets sold decreases by 26, means you have to minus 26 from previous year's ticket, right? So done for the table. Now part 3. In 2019, the number of individual seasons sold is 3 times the number of family season tickets sold. Okay, so refer to this table. 2019 individual tickets sold is 7 over 2x minus 26. So I will write 7 over 2x minus 26 is means equal 3 times, right? 3 times means 3 times family ticket sold. So family ticket is x plus 12. Now write an equation in X and solve it to find the number of family tickets sold in 2018. So go back to 2018. Family tickets sold is X, which means now you need to find what is the X from the question. Okay, so from here, basically I can say this is the equation. Alright, and now to find the x means that we just solve this equation. What I need to do is rewrite the left side. So for the right hand side, you just do expansion. This is going to be 3x plus 36. And now I will group the x one side and move the number to the other side. Move the constant to the other side. So here I will be getting 7 over 2x minus 3x. Right side will be 36 plus 26. So for the left hand side, this is 3x. So for left hand side, you will be getting 0.5x. Then right side will be 62. Okay, so or you can write half x instead of 0.5x. Then from here, your x is 2 times 62. That is going to be 124. So done for this question. 124 is the value of x. Now for question number 2, all the lengths in this question are measured in centimeters. So the diagram shows a cuboid with square base. Alright, that's why both are same length. Now the volume V centimeter cube of the cuboid is given. Now the table shows some values of V for x between 0 and 9 inclusive both values. Complete the table. Okay, so complete the table means that you need to find a V when the x is 2. So just substitute. So V equals to x squared bracket 9 minus x. Therefore this is 4 times 7. I get 28. So done for the first part. Now part 2, on the grid on the opposite page, draw the graph for x between 0 and 9. Okay, so now on the next page here, the x and y axis already labeled. We just need to plot the points. So at first 0, 0. Okay, after that, when x is 1, v is 8. So x is 1, v is 8. So look at here. There are 5 squares. So 10 divided by 5. That means each square represents 2 units. Okay, and when x is 1, look at the previous table. X is 1, v is 8. That means it will be 4 squares. Okay, next. X is 2, v is 28. Then 3, 54. When x is 3, y is 54. Then after that, when 4, you get 80. Then when 5, you get 100 for the v. Six is 108. So 6, 108. Then after that, 7 is 98. 8 is 64. Then 9, the v is 0. Okay, so now we need to draw all these points. So when we draw the points, you'll be getting a curve. Okay, so this is a graph. Right, so done for this graph. Just label it v equals to x squared 9 minus x. Okay, now find the values of x when the volume of cuboid is 44 centimeter cube. So you have two x values. So 44 centimeter cube, 44 is here. So it depends on your drawing. Alright, again, in the x-axis, you have 1 unit but 5 squares. So it means that it will be 1 over 5 for each square, which is 0.2. So which means now for the first x value, it will be 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.7. Okay, and the other one is 8.4 based on my drawing. So I will write 2.7 and 8.4. 2.7 and 8.4. So that's all for the x values. Okay, now B, first part, show that the total surface area of the cuboid is this value, okay, or is this expression. So go back to the cuboid. So we know that cuboid has two base. So the area of base will be the area of squares. That means it's 2 times x squared, right? So from here, I will write total surface area equals to 2 times x times x. That's the base area. And then I plus with, okay, now for information, here, the front and back, right, front and back, it will be here 9 minus x and x. So the area of rectangle, because this is a rectangle, it will be 9 minus x times x. And the side area here will be also 9 minus x times x. That means just for this 9 times x 9 minus x times x itself, it will be 4 faces, right? Because you have 4 rectangles. So I will just times 4. So plus 4 times x times 9 minus x. That means now here, just do expansion because we need to prove this expression. So I will get 2x squared plus 4x, okay, 4x bracket 9 minus x. Then now here 2x squared, 4x times 9, okay, do expansion here. 4x times 9, then 4x times minus x. 4x times 9 will be plus 36x. 4x times minus x is minus 4x squared. So 2x squared minus 4x squared, that is negative 2x squared. That's why I rewrite 36x as first term, then followed by minus 2x squared. So this is how we prove or show. Now second part, find the surface area when the volume of the cuboid is maximum. So we know that volume equals to base area times height. Okay, so the base area is basically x times x, then the height is 9 minus x. So it becomes x squared times 9 minus x. Or the volume is given here basically. Right, x squared bracket 9 minus x. So I will just write v is x squared bracket 9 minus x. But when you see maximum, that means dv dx equals to 0. Okay, so now here I will do expansion for the expression first. So do expansion. Then here you will be getting 9x squared minus x cubed for the v. And then now differentiate v with respect to x. So when you differentiate v with respect to x, the 2 move it down because we have this formula. Differentiate x degree n. Or I will say differentiate ax degree n. So the a you can take it out or factorize. Then you just need to differentiate x degree n. So when you differentiate x degree n, rewrite the n a there, bring down the n, then x n minus 1. Okay, that's why here I just directly move down. So it becomes 18x. Then minus 3x squared. And now dv dx equals to 0. From here you are expected to get the x value so that you can find the surface area. Right? So then from here 18x minus 3x squared equals to 0. So the common term is 3x. Then you get 6 minus x equals to 0. Now the product of two terms equals to 0 means that one of them must be 0. Either 3x equals to 0 or 6 minus x equals to 0. Which means either x equals to 0 or x equals to 6. But when you refer back to the cuboid, okay, x is the length of the base, right? It's the length of the base, the square. That means your x cannot be 0. So x cannot be 0. Therefore, your x is 6. So with this 6, we can find the surface area because we have shown the surface area in the previous part. 36x minus 2x squared. So then from here, I will just write surface area equals to 36x minus 2x squared. Okay, and now my x is 6. So that means that is 36 times 6 minus 2 times 6 squared. Then you will be getting 216 minus 72. That is going to be 144. So that is your surface area of cuboid. Question number 3. CAIE and N carry out a survey on the distances traveled in kilometers by 200 cars. So CAIE completes this frequency table for the data collected. Now, A, first part, calculate an estimate of the mean. Okay, so for the mean, we need to get the midpoints. So the midpoints is counted by getting average of these two limits, right? Average means you plus together and divided by 2. So it means that now I will write my midpoints is denoted by M. My frequency is F. Okay, so now my midpoints will be 80 plus 100 divided by 2. That is going to be 90. Okay, 100 plus 150 divided by 2, then you'll be getting 125. 150 plus 200 divided by 2 is 175. Then 200 plus 300 divided by 5, that is 250. Lastly, 300 plus 400 divided by 200 plus 300 divided by 2, okay, is 250. 300 plus 400 is 700. 700 divided by 2, that is 350. Then I'll copy all the frequencies. 7, 33, 76, 52, and 32. So now your mean equals to summation Fm over summation F. Which means now you just multiply the F with the M. Multiply all these numbers, then you plus together for the numerator. Then here is going to be 90 times 7 plus 125 times 33 plus 175 times 76 plus 250 multiplied with 52 followed by 350 multiplied with 32. Then divided by the summation F is actually the total number of cars, which is 200. Or you can just add up the frequencies here. Okay, then from here you will be getting 42255 over 200. So at last, you will be getting 211.275. This is the exact value of the mean. So here I should write 211.275. Now part 2, n uses this frequency table for the same data. There is a different interval for the final group. Okay, so instead of just now 300 to 400, now n changed to 300 to 360. Now, without calculating an estimate of the mean for this data, find the difference between n's and CAIE's estimate of the mean. You must show all your working. Okay, so now basically, I know that the difference of the mean, because the question asks for difference of the two means, right? So from here, I will write difference of, or different in means, difference in mean equals to, okay, now all the rest are same. Okay, 7, 33, 76, and 52. Exactly the same. That means the mean will be affected by the last group. Right? So for last group, initially the calculation is 350 times 32. So now I will just write, okay, 350 times 32. Then I minus, okay. So from here, I know that the difference here is, the average here is 330. Right, 300 plus 360 is 660. So you divided by 2, 330. So I just minus 330 bracket 32. So you multiply. So instead of calculating all, I will just consider the last group. Okay, over 200, because the rest of them will be the same. Then from here, you will be getting 640. Okay, then over 200. Because we are finding the difference. Difference means minus. So all the previous you minus, you'll get 0. Okay, and here we still divided by 200 because we have ignored all the previous calculations, but the total F remains as 200. Therefore, this is going to be 3.2. So the difference is basically 3.2 kilometers if you change the last group interval. Okay, part 3. A histogram is drawn showing the information in CAIE's frequency table. The height of the block for the interval D between 200 and 300 is 2.6. Calculate the height of the block for each of the following intervals. Okay, so now for CAIE's distribution, I will refer to this, but when you look at the width here, okay, you look at this first, the upper limits and lower limits of the subsequent class, right? So the average of these two values, 100 and 100, is still 100. That is your class boundary, which means my class boundary will be same as the class limits. This 80 and 100 is basically, these two are called class limits, okay? But then the class boundaries will be the average of the upper limits and of the first class, and also the lower limits of the second class. So basically, I can find my class width. Okay, class width is just minus, since the class boundaries are same as the class limits. So when you minus all, you will find that all are different values, or not all equal value. I will say that. Okay, not all equal values. Therefore, from now, I have to calculate the class width. So I will draw the table. This will be 80 to 100. Instead of writing in interval form, I will just write dash. Okay, 80-100 for the first class. So 80-100, then 100 to 150, After that, 150 to 200, 200 to 300. So 150 to 200, 200 to 300. After that, 300 to 400. Okay, then the frequency f. Because the height of the histogram is the height of the block in the histogram is basically depending on the frequency densities. So now here frequency I will just copy from the previous 7, 33, 76 and so on. Okay, so from here I will calculate the class width, which is a C. So the class width here, okay, so just minus, that is a C. So 20, 50, 200 minus 50, 150 is 50, 300 minus 200 is 100, 400 minus 300 is 100. Okay, then from here, I need to calculate my frequency densities before the height. This is frequency density. So FD equals to F over C. So now frequency density means 7 over 20. Okay, so you divide here. That is going to be 0.35. 33 over 50, that is 0.66. 76 over 50, that is 1.52. 52 over 100, 0.52. 32 over 100, 0.32. And then it's mentioned that for this class, 200 to 300, the height is 2.6. So here is 2.6. Alright, so now you just calculate 2.6 divided by 0.52. That is going to be, okay, 2.6 divided by 0.52. That is going to be 5. That means here, to get 2.6, the height, 2.6 from 0.52 frequency density, I need to times 5. Which means all this I need to times 5 in order to get their heights. Okay, therefore, you will be getting 1.75, and then 3.3, 7.6, followed by 1.6. Right, so just fill in the blanks. That will be 80 to 100, that is 1.75 centimeters. 150 to 200, which is 7.6. And then 300 to 400, then I am getting 1.6 centimeters. Okay, done for the question. Part 3. Now, B. One car is picked as random. Find the probability that the car has traveled more than 300 kilometers. Probability. Okay, more than 300 kilometers means that it will be, when you refer back to the table, it will be last group. Okay, more than 300. So which means now I have 32 cars out of 200 cars. So the probability is basically 32 over 200. That is going to be 0.32. Or you can write, over 200, not over 100. Over 200. Then the answer is going to be 4 over 25. Okay, because it's one car. Now part C, 2 of the 200 cars are picked as random. Find the probability that, first part, both cars have traveled 100 kilometers or less. Okay, 100 kilometers or less means okay, look at here, 100 kilometers or less. 150 kilometers or less. Okay, 150 kilometers or less means that it will be here, these two groups, right? Therefore, from here, I will write P D less equals to 150. This is for first car, and N means times. The second car is also less equals to 150 kilometers. And then the total is going to be, you add these two values. So 33 plus 7, that is 40. Okay, so 40 cars out of 200 cars. So which means when you consider first car, the probability is 40 out of 200. And now, since there initially there were 200 cars, right? Then now you have picked one. That means now left 199. And initially 40 cars traveled less equals to 150 kilometers. So one car is selected. Therefore, you still have another 39 cars. So from here, you will be getting 39 over 995. So this is the probability. Okay, part 2. A car has traveled more than 200 kilometers and the other car has traveled 100 kilometers or less. That means P D greater than 200 and N is times. The other car has traveled 100 kilometers or less. P D less equals to 100. So now, greater than 200. Okay, so go back to the table. Greater than 200 means these two groups. See here, greater than 200. So it will be 52 plus 32. So I will be getting 84. Okay, 84 over 200 times D less equals to 100. Less equals to 100. Less equals to 100 means first group. That is only 7. So there's only 7 now here. The remaining, the total now becomes 199. Now for your information, you can, because the question says one car traveled more than 200, another car less or equal to 100 kilometers. So we do not know the sequence. You can write this first, okay, or is plus the first car less equals to 100 and the second car is greater than 200. So we do not know which one comes first. Therefore, basically you are just adding the same term, right, which is 84, which is 7 over 200 times 84 over 199. Okay, then from here, you can just write 174 over 4975. You can use this method, or probably you can just write P D more than 200 times PD less equals to 100. Then all this you times 2, because the greater than 200 can be the first car or the second car. So it will be 84 over 200 times 7 over 199. Then you times 2. Okay, you will be getting the same answer. Alright, so done for this question. For question 4, okay, given the diagram, the grid diagram, so now describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. Okay, now A onto B, look at the diagram, obviously there's no change in the shape of A and B. Therefore, it will be, and the position is the same. You see the position, standing position like this. That means this is translation. Okay, because the transformation will involve rotation, reflection, and the translation. So I will just check this point and corresponds to this point. So now you just check. This is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units to the right side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, this is 8 going down. Right side 7 units, going down 8 units. So therefore this is translation. Translation 7 and minus 8. Okay, done for the first part. Now second part, A onto C. Okay, A onto C. So now here I will erase this. For A onto C, see the shape. Okay, still same size, but then the position has been changed. See here, this is vertical. It has been changed to horizontal. That means rotation involves here. So what to do is you just draw the points. You just consider the points first. Now for information, this point corresponds to this point. So what to do? You just draw the a straight line, combine these 2 points. Use ruler, because here I just roughly, because I don't have the ruler, right? Okay, after that you get the midpoints. Okay, get the midpoint roughly here, and then you draw the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector means that it is a line passes through the midpoint. Alright, so then the next one is get few points. So probably I get this point. This point corresponds to here. Again, join these 2 points, and now get the midpoint. So draw the line. Here must be 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees. Then you find few more points. Okay, then you will get more accurate answers. So then the next point probably I can use this point. So this point corresponds to here. Just join them using ruler. Okay, my diagram maybe is not accurate because I just simply draw the dotted line. Okay, then you get the midpoint. And again, draw the perpendicular bisector. So which means you will be getting the perpendicular bisector cutting at 0.8. So that means this is the center of rotation. Okay, so now from here I will write 0.8 is the center of rotation, but then now you check from this orange point to the orange point on the C, that is corresponds to, okay, refer to the center of rotation, and then now you draw. Okay, and then here it will be 90 degrees. Otherwise you can just check the green point. So for the green point, just draw it to the center of rotation. Right, you can check. This is 1, 2, 3, 3 units, then 2. That means 3, 2. Okay, here 3, 2. Then for the green point, it will be 1, 2. After that, 1, 2, 3. That means this is 90 degrees. Right? So this is how we decide how many degrees. That means from here, you are getting 90 degrees. Then from A to C, that means it is this direction, right? So therefore this is anti-clockwise. It is 90 degrees but anti-clockwise. So from here I will just write rotation (90°) anti-clockwise at 0.8. So this is how we get the center of rotation. Okay, you have to join the corresponding points and get the midpoint. After that, draw the straight line, which is perpendicular to the original line, the green line here, and see what is the intersection for all other lines, all other perpendicular bisector. So this is how we get the center of rotation. Okay, now part 3, A onto D. Okay, so A onto D. So now when you see here, this is A, this is D. Obviously, the size has been reduced by half because here 2 units, this is only 1 unit. Therefore, it involves enlargement. Okay, so enlargement, I will just write enlargement first. We need to know the scale factor and also the center of enlargement. So this is enlargement with scale factor half. Because the length has been changed to half of the original length. See here 2 units, this is only 1 unit. Okay, here 1 unit, this one becomes half. So the enlargement factor, the scale factor is half. And then now we need to find out what is the center of enlargement. So for center of enlargement, what to do is you need to join the corresponding points. Okay, so which means it's like this. Let's say this point, you join to this using ruler. Okay, so when you join using ruler, join it and then extend it. Right? So my graph is not accurate. It's supposed to be here. So that's why you must draw using ruler. Okay, then the next line, next point, just join again using ruler. Okay, so you will be getting the line intersecting at -1, -4. Okay, and same goes to the other line. This point corresponds to here. So just join using ruler. Then you will find that it actually intersecting at -1, 4. When you use ruler, okay, draw the line using ruler. It's a straight line. So these 3 lines will intersect at -1, -4, and this is our center of enlargement. So at -1, -4. So that will be the solution of all these single transformations. Alright, so done for the A. On the grid, draw the image of shape A after a reflection in the line y equals to x plus 8. So when y equals to x plus 8, I need 2 points because this is a straight line. So when x equals to 0, my y equals to 0 plus 8, which is 8. And then when my y equals to 0, my x is going to be negative 8. So I get 2 points here. So points with coordinates 0, 8 and minus 8, 0. So now 0, 8. Okay, so all this I will erase it. So 0, 8 is here, 0, 8. And minus 8, 0. And again, now you draw using ruler. Okay, so basically, if you are not sure, when x equals to minus 4, okay, when x equals to minus 4, if you have ruler, then it will be easier. Then y equals to minus 4 plus 8, which is 4. So I get a point, minus 4 and 4. So minus 4 and 4. So now I can just join. I use dotted line. Okay, I'm supposed to get this line. This is the line y equals to x plus 8. And now it's mentioned reflection. So reflection means you treat this as mirror line. So then your answer here is half. That means it corresponds to this point. Here is half. Here is another half. Okay, same point. Then now this is also half. Okay, then here it will be 1.5. So half and a 1. So now I have marked all the points. Then I will just join the points. So this is my image, and that is the answer for B. So here I will label B. Okay, done for this question. Now, question 5a. The diagram shows the speed time graph for a part of the journey for two vehicles, a car and a bus. So, now this is a graph. First part, calculate the acceleration of the car during first 18 seconds. So this is speed, this is time. Acceleration is basically speed over time. Okay, so that means this is the gradient. So now first 18 seconds, that means this point with coordinates, the V, okay, the V, I need to find out what is the V here first, the difference of the V. Or I would say that this is a change of V over change of time. So the change of V is basically 24 minus 10, okay, upper minus lower, I mean the latest minus the initial, then the time 18 minus 0. Then this is going to be 14 over 18, and I will be getting 7 over 9 meter per second squared. And it is a positive value because the straight line with positive gradient. Now part 2, in the first 40 seconds, the car traveled 134 meters more than the bus. Calculate the constant speed v of the bus. Okay, so now here, first 40 seconds, the car traveled 134. Okay, now that means the distance now. So the distance is basically distance equals to, I would say, speed equals to distance over time. So therefore, your distance is basically speed times time. So for first 40 seconds, right, speed and times is basically the area under the curve. So now for the car, area under the curve is basically, look at here, area under the curve is basically, this is the trapezium. Okay, so for trapezium, the area is basically the parallel line, right? The parallel sides you sum together. That means here is 24, this is 10, and then the difference here is 18. So I know that the area, okay, so for car, distance, or probably I just write S. So S equals to V times T. So for car, S car equals to trapezium area. Okay, so half times 10 plus 24, and then there's these two are the parallel sides, multiply with 18, and then plus rectangle. Here is 24. This is going to be 40 minus 18, right? 40 minus 18. So I will just write plus 24 bracket 40 minus 18. This will be the distance traveled by car. Then here you will be getting 306 plus 528, which is 834. Okay, now for the bus, the distance bus. Okay, look at here. The distance of the bus is basically horizontal line. Okay, that is the V. That means here is V, and then this is 40. The base is 40. So that means this is the rectangle, right? So the area is 40 times V. So here I will just write 40 times V. So that's why in the question you are given, the car traveled 134 meters more than the bus. So, which means S car minus S bus equals 134. Okay, so now you just replace all the values. 834 minus 40V equals 134. So the negative 40V move to the other side becomes positive 40V. The 134 move to left side, 834 minus 134. Then you will be getting 700 equals to 40V. So your V is going to be 700 divided by 40. That is 70 over 40. And then you will simplify it into 17.5. Okay, so done for the speed of the bus. Now part B, a train takes 10 minutes 30 seconds to travel 16,240 meters. Calculate the average speed of train. Give your answer in kilometers per hour. Okay, so this is the time, this is the speed, the distance. So the speed is basically distance over time. So now the distance is 16240. Okay, I change it to kilometers first. So 1 meter equals to 1 kilometer. Okay, this is meter, this is kilometer. So 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meter. So now if I consider my distance, it will be over 1000, then this will be kilometers. So I will be getting 16.24 kilometers. And now I need to consider hour, 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. Therefore, it is 3,600 seconds. So, from 10 minutes, 30 seconds, then it becomes 10 times 60 seconds plus 30 seconds. So, this is going to be 630 seconds. Okay, so now to get the speed in, the average speed, right? So or probably I can just write my time equals to 630 over 3,600 seconds. That means this is going to be, I cancel off. So 63 over 360 hour. Then now here, my average speed. So I have converted them into kilometers and also hour, right? And then here, kilometers per hour. So you just divide. So therefore that is 16.24 kilometers over 63 over 360 hour. And then this is going to be 92.8 kilometer per hour. So that is the solution of this question. Okay, now question number 6. Solve 4x plus 15 equals to 9. So 4x equals to 9 minus 15. That is minus 6. Therefore, your x is going to be minus 6 over 4. Then you will get minus 3 over 2. So that is the solution for the first part. Now B, factorize a squared minus 9. So a squared minus 9 is basically same as a squared minus 3 squared. And then we have a formula. A squared minus b squared, that is a minus b times a plus b. So here is going to be a minus 3 times a plus 3. C, write a single fraction in its simplest form. So this is same as 4a over 5 times. So when we times, you need to change the numerator and denominator. Then now here, cancel off the terms. The a will be cancelled off. Then 5 and 10 here becomes 2. So it means that I will be getting 8c over 3d. Plus d. So you add this term for 5 times equals to 5 power n. So I will get 5 times of 5 power n equals to 5 to the power of m. So we have a formula here. A to the power of m times a to the power of n, that is a to the power of m plus n. So this first term 5 is basically with degree 1. Therefore, apply this formula, you get 5 to the power of 1 plus n equals to 5 to the power of m. And now get the expression for m in terms of n now. Since you have same base, we just compare the index. That means m equals to 1 plus n. Okay, E, solve by factorization. So 4x squared plus 8x minus 5 equals to 0. You can just factorize using this method. 4x squared is 2x times 2x. And then the plus times minus, it will be minus. So here means 1 plus and 1 minus. So to get 5, it will be 5 times 1. And now by looking at here, we need positive 8x. Therefore, must be positive 5. Because when you multiply, you get my plus 10x. And then this is 1. Right? Because 5 times 1 is 5. Then minus 1 times 2x is minus 2x. So when you multiply the first term, first column, it will be 4x squared. Multiply the last column, that is minus 5. The middle column, you plus. So then it is plus 8x. So same function here. And now final answer, just cross multiply to get the factors. So here we have two factors. The first factor will be 2x plus 5. Second factor is 2x minus 1 equals to 0. And now, product of two terms equals to 0 means one of them will be 0. Either 2x plus 5 equals to 0 or 2x minus 1 equals to 0. Which means now 2x equals to minus 5. Then your x is minus 5 over 2. Or 2x equals to 1. Then your x is going to be half. So here we get two values. Minus 5 over 2 or half. F, first part, y is directly proportional. So means y directly proportional to x plus 3 cubed. So when we change the equal sign, you just times a constant. Now where x is 2, y is 13.5. So replace to get the k. That means now here, you will be getting k equals to 13.5 over 5 cubed. That is 27 over 250. And now rewrite. So which means now your y, substitute back into this equation, 27 over 250 x plus 3 cubed. And replace the y by 108 to get the x. Then now your x plus 3 cubed. So this 27 over 250, you move it to the left side. It becomes division. So instead of writing division, you can just swap the numerator and denominator. That is 108 times 250 over 27. Then now here you will be getting 1000. Which means now you cube root of 1000, that is 10. So obviously your x is 7. That is the F solution. Now part 2, G is inversely proportional to the square of D. That means G is inversely proportional to square of D. Then now G will be equal to K of 1 over D squared. This is what you get. Then you can just write K over D squared. Now when D is half, the value of G is multiplied by a factor n. That means if your D is half D naught is the initial value, your G is n times of the original G. That is a G naught. Okay, so now you need to find the n. So now just replace directly, substitute into this equation. So I will write n G naught equals to K over half D naught squared. Okay, then from here I will get n G naught. This half D naught squared you move to the other side because we need to find the n now. So basically, right, initial G naught. Okay, so from here I will just write because I need to find out the k first before the n. So supposedly I will write down this first. Okay, I will not write this first. I will write my initial G. Okay, when you refer to this, right? Initial G equals to G naught. Initial D equals to D naught. So which means G naught equals to K over D naught squared. That means now my K is basically G naught D naught squared. Okay, then only you refer to these two conditions. So when D equals to half, it's half means that it's half of D naught. It's half of the original D. Your G is n G naught. Okay, and then now you refer to this equation. Let's say this is first equation. Then from first equation, my G becomes n G naught. Then K is this. So G naught D naught squared over D squared. So now my D is half D naught squared. So obviously the G naught will be cancelled off. right? And I need to find the n. So my n, I just need to simplify the right side. That means now you will be getting n equals to d naught square over square of half d naught is 1 over 4 d naught squared. So d naught squared and d naught squared will be cancelled off. Therefore, left 1 over 1 over 4. That is going to be 4. So that is the n value. Now G, expand and simplify. So now here, I will write 2x plus 3, x minus 1, x plus 3. So then I will keep the first bracket, and then I will do expansion. So you will get x squared plus 3x minus 3. That is going to be 2x plus 3, x squared plus 2x minus 3. So now, x squared plus 2x minus 3 multiplied with 2x, you will be getting 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 6x. And then the 3 multiplied to the bracket, it will be plus 3x squared plus 6x minus 9. So when you simplify all the terms, you will be getting 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 9. Now H, find the derivative y equals to 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. Then your dy dx, okay, bring down the 2, it becomes 6x, degree 1, then 4x becomes 4. The minus 1 becomes 0 because there's no x. Okay, question 7. Given the triangle, find the angle QPR. So now here, to find the angle QPR, so it means that we need to apply the cosine rule, okay, because you are given 3 sides. So cosine rule, since the opposite side is 38.2, so 38.2 squared, this is the cosine rule, equals to 39.4 squared plus 46.5 squared minus 2 times 39.4, then 46.5 cos angle QPR. So now you will be getting the total here, you move it to the left side, okay, and then this square you move to right side. So when I calculate, I will get 3664.2 cos angle QPR. The total of the 3 values, right, it will be 2255.37. Then you will be getting the cos theta or cos angle, that is 2255.37 over 3664.2, and this is going to be 0.615515. I give more decimal places, and then now here you get the theta QPR as in arc cos, and calculate this in degrees. So here is going to be 52.0 degrees. Okay, now find the shortest distance from Q to PR. So Q to PR, shortest distance means perpendicular distance. That means here is 90 degrees. Okay, so now since we have found, here is also 90 degrees. We have found this. This angle is 52.0. So when you draw the rectangle, or triangle, that means here is 52.0. The opposite length, we do not know the opposite length, but we know that this is the distance. Okay, you need to find what is the distance here. Then the hypotenuse is 46.5. The opposite is distance. This is a distance. So obviously opposite and hypotenuse, there is sine. So I will write sine 52.0 degrees equals to distance over 46.5. So your distance is multiplication of 2 numbers. That is going to be 36.64, which is 3 decimal places, 36.6 centimeters. Okay, now B, the diagram shows a cuboid. Calculate the length AG. AG. Okay, so when you join AG, and now here, since ABCD is the base, that means you can just join the A to C, which is the diagonal, and GC is 90 degrees. Okay, now here, to find the AG, so basically AG, I will say that it is here. This is my AG, and this is a C. So I need to find what is my AC first, because GC is 20. AG is unknown. I need to find AC. So AC is basically, again, another perpendicular. Right, so here is my AC. This is A, B, C. My AB is 29. BC is 21. So AC is using Pythagoras theorem. So that is the hypotenuse. So it means that AC square is 29 square plus 21 square. That is going to be 1282. So now I know that my AG squared equals to AC squared plus GC squared, or probably my AG is just a square root, okay, of the sum of the two squares. So square root of AC squared is 1282, GC squared is 20 squared. Therefore, from here, you will be getting 41.0122. That means it is 41.0. That is my AG. Okay, now, next part, calculate the angle between AG and the base ABCD. So, AG and the base ABCD, that means this is the angle. That is GAC. So, angle GAC. So now, for angle GAC, refer back to this triangle. Okay, we have found AG, and here is AGC. We have found AG just now. AG was this value. Okay, AG, I need to find GAC here. Okay, CG is 20, is given. So that means here is 20. Then I can just use the inverse tangent AC. Okay, AC is 1282. So that means this is square root of 1282. So now, opposite and adjacent. So which means tangent. So tangent angle GAC equals to 20 over square root 1282. So now my angle GAC is going to be inverse tangent of this value. Then you will be getting 29.187. That is 29.2 degrees. Okay, part C. The diagram shows the positions of the lighthouse L and two ships K and M. The bearing of L from K is 155. So L from K, that means here 155. And then KL is 112 kilometers given. The bearing of K from M, that means here, that is 10. And the angle KML is 96 is given. Now find the bearing and distance of M from L. So that means, okay, bearing. So I need to find out what is this bearing. Okay, so then from here, you must understand that this angle are the same. These two angles. That means this is going to be 96 plus 10. That is 106. Then my bearing here is another 180 degrees. Okay, so that means the bearing is basically just add. So now bearing equals to 180 plus 96 plus 10. That is going to be 286. And then the distance. Okay, so now distance of L from M, that means what is the LM? So now to get the LM, I know that I have 112, the corresponding angle is 96, and then I need to find this length, means that I need to know this angle. Okay, so for information, let's check. This is 10. Here is 10. That means this is 10. Okay, and one whole half circle, it will be 180. That means this is going to be 180 minus 155. Then I will be getting 25. So this is 25 together with this 10. The angle is 35. Okay, so angle MKL. So I will say angle MKL equals to 10 plus 25. That is 35. So now I know the angle. Here is 35. Then I can find the opposite side by using sine rule. So the formula will be 112 over sine 96 degrees. That is ML over sine 35 degrees. So now my ML, the sine 35 just move up. It will be 112 over sine 96 degrees times sine 35 degrees. Then you will be getting 64.59 and round up to 3 significant figures, that is 64.6. So the bearing is basically 286 degrees, and then this is 64.6. Okay, done for the question. Now question 8. AB is a line with midpoints M. A point A is point 23, M is the point 12, 7. Find the coordinates B. So now 12, 7 equals to 2 plus x over 2, and then 3 plus y over 2. Okay, let B be coordinates x, y. Then from here, I will get 12 equals to 2 plus x over 2. That means 2 plus x equals to 24. The 2 move up. So your x is 24 minus 2, that is 22. After that, 7 equals to 3 plus y over 2. Therefore, 14 equals to 3 plus y. So now my y is going to be 11. So I get these coordinates. Now B, show that the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB is this. So perpendicular bisector, we need to find the gradient. So gradient AB. So the M equals to 11 minus 3, because here is 11, here is 3, over 22 minus 2. That is going to be 8 over 20, and you get 2 over 5. Now midpoint of AB. Midpoint of AB is the M. Therefore, 12, 7. Okay, now perpendicular bisector means the other M, it will be negative 1 over 2 over 5. Then you get negative 5 over 2. Now, use these two values and get the equation. So equation is y minus y1 equals to M bracket x minus x1. So here is going to be y minus 7. The M is negative 5 over 2, x minus 12. And now you times 2 to the whole equation. So I get 2y minus 14 equals to minus 5x plus 60. Therefore, rearrange to get this. So 2y plus 5x, the minus 14 move to the other side, becomes 74. So shown. Okay, now see the perpendicular bisector of AB passes through the points N. The N has coordinates 2N. Alright, so now perpendicular bisector is given here. So just replace 2y plus 5x equals to 74. Now 2n means the x is 2, your y is n. That means now I get 2n plus 10 equals to 74. 2n will be 64. Hence your n is 32. Now D, points A and N form a triangle. Find the area of the triangle. Okay, so now given that AB, this is AB, the M is the midpoint. Now, perpendicular bisector AB through N. That means this is your N. Here is 90 degrees perpendicular bisector. And now you need to find A and N. What is this area? So now, I need to find AM. Now, basically, my A with coordinates, I write down first. My A with coordinates 2, 3. My M with coordinates 12, 7. And then my N with coordinates 2, 32. Okay, so my AM, I need to find out area. So I need to know what is my base and the height. So it will be square root of 12 minus 2 squared. Use the formula x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2. That is going to be square root of 116. Then you will be getting 2 square root 29. Now BMN. MN is square root of 12 minus 2 squared plus 7 minus 32 squared. Then this is going to be square root of 725, which is 5 square root 29. So the area of rectangle of triangle, okay, of triangle AMN, this is half times base times height. Okay, therefore you are getting 145. This is the area of the triangle. Now for question number 9, on the diagram, sketch a graph of y equals to sine x for x from 0 to 360 degrees. So we know that the middle is 180 degrees. Sine x, here 0, 90 degrees is 1, then here 0, 270 degrees, you get negative 1, then here 0. Just join all the points to get a curve. Okay, so this is y equals to sine x. Now, B, solve the equation 5 sine x plus 4 equals to 0. So here is 180 degrees. Now 5 sine x plus 4 equals to 0. Move the 4 to the other side. Therefore sine x equals to minus 4 over 5. And now your x is 0 to 360 degrees. So it will be positive. Negative for sine means that it will be in third and fourth quadrant. So now I will write down the basic angle. That is inverse sine or arc sine 4 over 5. Then from calculator, leave it in degrees because your x is in degrees. That is going to be 53.13 degrees. So working gives more decimal places. So now our angle, because starting from 0 until 360, so it will be in this direction, right? And then another one will be the green color. So now I will write x equals to the orange region, orange angle is basically 180 degrees plus 53.13 degrees. Then the green region, green angle is 360 minus 53.13. Therefore, you are getting 233.13 and 306.87. Then now I round up to one decimal place. That is 233.1 degree and 306.9 degrees. So that's all for this solution. Okay, now for question number 10, the lengths of the sides of the triangle are 11.4, 14.8, and 15.7 correct to one decimal place. Calculate the upper bound of the perimeter of triangle. So let's say, now here A equals to 11.4. So now, because of one decimal place, so one decimal place I will write absolute area first, equals to plus minus 0.1 over 2, one decimal place. Then that means plus minus 0.05. Now, the 11.4, okay, let's say A is 11.4 centimeter. Okay, give me few minutes. I need to charge my battery. Okay, so from here, my A instead of 11.4, which is correct to one decimal place, my value, right, my interval for this, it will be 11.4 minus 0.05. That is 11.35 up to 11.45, because you have to consider plus minus 0.05. Then for the B, which is 14.8 centimeters, that is between, so 14.8 minus 0.05, you will be getting 14.75, and 14.8 plus 0.05, you will get 14.85. So same goes to the C, 15.7. So the interval, it will be between 15.65 and 15.75. Now, upper bound of the perimeter, we know that perimeter means just add up all three sides. So which means now upper bound of perimeter. In order to get the upper bound of perimeter for the triangle, you refer to all the upper boundaries. So that will be 11.45 plus 14.85 plus 15.75. That means you will be getting 42.05. That will be the upper bound of the perimeter. Okay, now B. The diagram shows a circle radius 15.6 centimeters. The angle of the minor sector is 150 degrees. Find the area of the minor sector. So area of this. So the area formula is 150 degrees over 360 degrees times pi r squared. So the r is radius 15.6. So from here you can change it into 5 over 12 times the pi is 3.142 and then times 15.6 squared. And now here just calculate, you will be getting this value. And now I round up to 3 significant figures. Since it is 5, therefore round up to be 319. That's all for the B. Okay, C. Now the diagram shows a circle, radius R, minor sector, angle X. The perimeter of the major angle is over here. Perimeter of the major sector, that means these three sides. Here will be R as well, together with this length, is 3 times the perimeter of the minor sector. Show the X. So now, perimeter of the minor sector, R, R, and this side. So that means it will be R plus. Okay, that side is basically X. Okay, I will say perimeter of major sector, right? Probably I write down first. Perimeter of major sector is 3 times perimeter of minor sector. So the perimeter of major sector means R with this. So here I will write R plus, okay, the arc length. Arc length is basically this angle, which is 360 degrees minus the X, because one circle is 360. So 360 minus X, that is the angle. This is 360 minus X degrees over 360 times 2 pi R equals to 3 times, okay, perimeter of the minor sector. Again, the minor sector will be R plus this. So it will be R plus the angle is X. So X over 360 times 2 pi R. Okay, then from here, basically you are getting 2R plus 360 minus X over 360 times 2 pi R equals to 3 times R plus I is 2R, then plus X over 360 times 2 pi R. Basically, when you look at the left and right side, the 2R is in common. Therefore, I can just cancel the 2R. It's like I divide the whole equation by 2R. Then here you will be getting 1. Okay, first term is 1. Then plus, so 360 over 360 times pi, that is 1 pi. Then minus X over 360 times pi. I get X over 360 pi. Okay, that equals to 3. And then the first term, you cancel off the 2R, you still have 1. Then plus X over 360 pi. Okay, then the 3 on the right side, you can just times into the brackets. Then here I will be getting equals to 3 plus 3 over 360. Okay, so 3 over 360 x pi. Then here 1 plus pi minus x pi over 360. So I need to show the x, right? Get the x as a subject, which means these two terms you combine together. And then these 3 you move to the left side. Therefore, I will be getting 3 over 360. This minus is plus. So 3 over 360 x pi plus 1 over 360 x pi, that equals to 1 plus pi minus 3. That is pi minus 2. Then 3 over 360 plus 1 over 360, that is 4 over 360 x pi. So 4 over 360 x pi is basically 1 over 90 x pi. Okay, and now I need to show x. So which means now here I keep the x, and then this pi I move down. So the pi I move down, the 90 I move up. Therefore, it becomes 90 brackets pi minus 2 over pi. So now you can check. It is the same. So this is how we solve this, or how we show this. Okay, now next question, number 11. So this is a vector, right? Given the magnitude of the vector is 205 over 2, find the two possible values of m. So for the magnitude, we always write square of sum of the squares of the components. So you square the components and sum it. Okay, then now the square root, you square both sides. So now here I square both sides. So the square and square root cancel off. You still have 9m squared, which is 81m squared, plus square of 40m, that is 1600m squared. Then the right hand side is 205 over 2 squared. And now to get the m, the left hand side, when I add the two terms, you will be getting this value. Right side, it will be 10506.25. Then now my m square, when I divide, you will be getting 25 over 4. That's your m squared. And now here, the m is going to be plus minus square root 25 over 4. That will be plus minus 5 over 2. Okay, done for 11a. Now B, OA, BC is a parallelogram. OA is A, OC is C, is given here. P is on the point on CB such that CPBP 3 to 1. Okay, now find in terms of A and or C in their simplest form, AC. So AC is here. So AC, basically AC is AO plus OC. So AC, or you can write OC minus OA also can, no problem. Or you can just direct read. That is going to be minus A plus C. So that's all for the first vector. Now CP. So to get CP, is CP, sorry, CP. CP is over here. This is CP. So CP, I will just use the ratio, the given ratio. So I will write CP equals CP ratio PB equals to 3 to 1. So now my CP, it will be 3 PB. Okay, or probably CP, in terms of A and C, right? I don't use this. I will write another form. Easier. CP, okay, go to here. CP is basically 3 out of 4. Here is 4. 3 out of 4 CB. So 3 out of 4 CB. So CB, check the table, check the graph. CB here is parallel to OA. That means this is A. Now OP. Okay, go back to the diagram. Here is OP. So OP is OC plus CP. OP is OC plus CP. And then the OC is given in the question, which is C. So I will just write C plus 3 over 4 A. Okay. So done for all these questions. Now part 2. OP and AB are extended to meet at Q. Find the position vector of Q. So OP and AB. OP and AB extended. Okay, so I will erase all this first. AB is here. Extended to meet at Q. Okay, so now what is the OQ? So from here, right, previously we know that the ratio here is 3, 1. So when you extend, I will say that this is going to be this is going to be 1 and this is 3. Okay, which means BQ, right, is, okay, wait, let me check. BQ, now you need to find OQ. So OQ, basically OQ, okay, OQ is here. This is the OQ. OQ is OA plus AQ. Right? So OQ is OA plus AQ. Right? Let me write down first. OQ equals to OA plus AQ. Now I need to find out what is my AQ. Okay, AQ, since I know that here is 3, because this is 3, this is 1, so this is shorter, BQ is shorter than AB. That means AB is 3, BQ is 1. So, which means now, to find the AQ, and because we know that OC, right, OC is same as AB, which is C. Here is C. So, now, when you look at the total parts here, there are 4 parts. So your AQ is basically 4 out of 3 parts because AB is same as OC and AB is taking 3 parts. So now I will say AQ. Okay, sorry. AQ will be 4 over 3C because BQ is 1 over 3. 1 over 3C. Okay, therefore your OQ is going to be OA. So your OA is basically A. So here plus 4 over 3C. So here I will just write this is going to be A plus 4 over 3C. Okay, so I have completed this paper and comes to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching my video, please subscribe to the channel and share this channel with your friends. Okay, and also stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you everyone. Bye.